Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna review Vargas. Let's take a look at his stats. Like you can see that his stats is really good. High attack stats with huge bonus from his passive. He gets a total of 70% attack. For survivability, he gets health plus 20% and 50% fire resist. With this, he can reach about 5000 health easily when equipped an Esper. The best survivability is Foes of War. You will have 80% chance to ignore fatal damage for one time. It says it only can happen once. I'm not sure whether it is once per battle or one per life. If it is one per life, then it is great because you can literally refresh it when he die and get resurrected. He gets MP plus 20% and auto refresh ability like other 5 stars base. Definitely a good stats for an attacker. Now let's take a look at his abilities. I don't group his skills into good and mediocre like usual because he has only few skills. So let's start from Supreme Blaze. This skill gets the buff in the global, and in my opinion, this is his best skill, which defines his role in this game to become a finisher. It deals 2.5 fire damage with 50% defense ignore, which means it deals 5 times damage and to all enemies. Usually, finisher only target one enemy, so this is definitely a plus for this skill. From what I know, this is the most powerful finisher in this game right now. It even surpassed fully upgraded Finnbriar. Please don't count Firion Killer passive, okay? Because I talk about single skill here. The things I don't like about this skill is it has fire element, which make it unflexible. Like you can see that Vargas Trustmaster reward is already a fire element great sword. So having fire element on the skill is not that necessary, okay? Even if you don't have his Trustmaster reward, you can easily dual wield him with Fernard. You cannot single wield Fernard though, because he will lose 50% attack boost from his passive. So built-in fire element may be only useful for newbie or short term. For long term, I prefer neutral element skill and manipulate the element with weapon. But yeah, let's just deal with the fact. Also, this skill animation is kinda hard because it takes long time before the damage pop up from the skill. So yeah, you need to practice a little to make it deals damage at the end of your chain. The next good skill is Sacred Bravery. It deals 2.5 damage and buff your party attack by 60%. That's pretty good because it is very high. I know that your support may able to buff your attack stats, but I doubt it reaches 60% because let's say you use Revias Embolden. It has higher effect than Embolden. Then of course, if you use Istola, then this skill become even better because Istola doesn't have any attack buff. The second reason this one is good is Vargas still deal decent damage to the enemy, so he doesn't simply buff but still damage the enemies. This skill is very good because I believe there are other physical attackers on your party who act as chainer. So using this will benefit a lot of heroes on your party. The next is Flare Ride Plus. This skill deals less damage than Sacred Bravery and it has fire element on it. So it may be useful if you haven't got his Trustmaster reward and need fire element attack. This skill has 5 hits, but the last hit get a quite long gap, which probably make it a little bit trickier to chain. Unless you want to chain, then Sacred Bravery is better choice than this skill. But I think it is better to use Supreme Blaze if your chain count is still low. What I mean by low is below 10 chain. The last normal skill is Dark Flame Protection. This one is good because it synergizes with his passive. This will make Vargas still alive just in case his Foes of War skill is not triggered or already being triggered before. Also, 80% health is a lot because, like I said, that Vargas health is quite good for an attacker. But you probably won't use this anymore once Riku available in the global. His LP is meant to be used for chaining, so unless you have better finisher than him, then stick with Supreme Blast. It deals lower damage than Supreme Blast even on the maximum level. He also has special ability materia called Breaker. This is an AoE full break, but I don't think you will need this in a lot of situations because usually there is only single enemy on the boss. But yeah, it can still be useful on certain situations such as Antonola Trial Battle, where you need to debuff all of their attack at the same turn. But if you have better breakers such as Link, then I don't recommend you to buy and equip it because yeah, it takes one precious ability slot. Those are all his skills. Really love his skill set. He is not trying to be fancy by having a wide range of useless skill. Few skills, but they are really good and have function. Let's talk about the equipment. One thing for sure is he needs Great Sword to get benefit from his passive. Luckily, there is a large sword mastery, so equip that on Vargas to get an instant 120% attack boost. By having dual wield, you can equip either Katana for Blade Mastery or Sword for Dark Knight Soul. This way, he can get another 50% attack boost. I think Blade Mastery is better for him because this means you can change your heavy armor into Brave Suit, which enhance your attack stats further. You can simply equip Wisdom to fill empty space on your ability slot. That's enough about his equipment. Now let's compare him to the other 5 stars base finisher. The first is Lunette. At current state, Lunette is loose to him because Lunette cut through only deals about 3.34 damage, so that's a big difference. But later, Lunette will get his enhancement and will become better finisher than him. Lunette also a character that is budget friendly because he has innate dual wield. But in terms of finisher skills, Vargas beat Lunette. Unless of course you meet the enemy who resists against fire element. The other powerful finisher we have right now is Olive. Olive True Shot is almost same as Vargas Supreme Blaze. It is 0.2 damage lower than Vargas Supreme Blaze, but Olive's True Shot is neutral element and make her more flexible than Vargas. Also, she has innate double hand, which make her maybe able to deal more damage as a finisher. On a blank state, Olive is much better than Vargas because she doesn't need dual wield or additional double hand. You can also equip Vargas with double hand, but it won't be good in my opinion because you cannot equip Blade Mastery if you do that. I can only say Olive and Vargas is on par. Olive win in terms of flexibility, but Vargas win a little in terms of damage. My conclusion for Vargas, he is the best finisher on this game right now, unless you meet the enemy with fire resistance. As a bonus, his Trust Measure reward is also very good. It is the strongest Great Sword in the game right now, with the same flow as the character, Fire Element. However, on a normal situation, you can even get more advantage by debuffing enemy fire resistance. It makes him good to be paired with a hero such as Awakened 7 and Ace. Both of those heroes can debuff enemy fire resist by 75%, which is insane. Not mentioning there is a trial called Glacial later. The trial boss is tricky, so you need to kill it in 1 or 2 turns. The key to defeat it is fire element. So if you get Vargas now, you can rest assured about defeating it, because his Supreme Bliss or his Trustmaster reward, I give him perfect 10 as a finisher if you meet with the enemy which not resist against fire element. But yeah, if you meet with, let's say, you meet the enemy with 200% fire resist, then yeah, just put him on the bench. He is probably the most underrated hero on this game because yeah, everyone tends to review him based on the Japan version. On the Japan, he is mediocre because his Supreme Blast only deal little amount of damage. The other problem for him is like Tillit. He has one troll guardian, Elsa. Elsa is mediocre without her enhancement. With Elsa, we only have 0.25% chance to get Vargas. So, yep, I think that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.